established themselves early in this game. Brandon Ingram says, hey, man, remember me? And then later, Ingram can't get that one to go, stays with it. 17 points in the first half. He shot 8 of 9 from the floor. Pelicans up 8. They led by as many as 15 in the first half. But then LeBron James distributing. Montrezl Harrell, the recipient there. James, 6 assists in the first half. Took just 3 shots. Let the game come to him. Playing that point guard, point forward position, whatever you want to call it. Anthony Davis got the mid-range game working. And then bodying up on Williamson. Davis, 15 points in the first half. Lakers down 1 at the half. Third quarter. Pelicans are down 2. Williamson. A man his size, able to double clutch, stay in the air, and dunk that. Unbelievable, his athleticism. Finished with 21 points and 12 rebounds. Did I mention athleticism? LeBron James still doing it at 36. Able to get up and throw it down. And then James sizing up the defense, sees the lane, and gets there. Lakers up 10 after 3. Fourth quarter, Pelicans got it back down to 4, but Lakers weren't having it. James to Harrell for the dunk, and then James to Kuzma for 3. 11 assists for LeBron James in this game. 5 minutes to play, Lakers up 17 and running away with it. James out there by himself on the perimeter. 21 points on just 11 shots as the Lakers run away with it. 112-95. They're 11-3.
Does it help, though, to have, not to have to play over 30 because you're up by 20? Is that stuff that you can sort of build up and save for later in the season, or is it irrelevant?
No, man. I'm 36 years old, 18 years in the league. Ain't no save for something for later on in the season. My body is ready to play whatever I need to play throughout the course of the game. I go hard while I'm out there, and then I start my treatment after the game. So I wish I could bank time. I wish I was Justin Timberlake in that movie where I could bank some time, but I cannot do that at this point.
Just still learning with execution and learning that if a player is going to a certain spot, we all still got to figure out what to do and spacing. Sometimes somebody's driving and we have 3 people cutting and nobody to kick it out to. And it's small things like that we just got to fix.
LeBron James and Zion Williamson each led their teams with exactly 21 points on Friday, which brings their combined total through 3 meetings to 180 points. Only 3 pairs of number 1 picks have scored more over their first 3 meetings in the common draft era, which dates back to 1966. As promised, Paul Pierce is in the house. Good to see you again, my man.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Good, good. All right, so the Lakers down 15, and then they just went to another gear and ran away with it. How'd they do it?
Well, when you have a top-notch defense and you have LeBron in the locker room at halftime, you're like, guys, we got to take it to another level. I've been on teams, once we won a championship, there was no lead we felt like we couldn't come back from. And being that the Lakers are the champs, they're like, look, it's time to turn it up. We took a half off, let them get their confidence. But look, we got another gear. We're the champs, and they just pressed the button. That's what we used to call it. Let's press the button, guys. Let's show them what we're really about, because to go from down 15 to up 20 points, the Lakers know what they're doing.
Frank Vogel said early in the season, and the players said that they were going to have to kind of work this early in the season. No real training camp, no real off season. They were right back on the court after the championship run, and they had a lot of new pieces. But now it seems like it's all working together. How'd they put it together?
Well, the guys are buying in. The new guys, Schroeder. Morris is back, a veteran who was there last year. Montrezl Harrell. These guys, they want to win a championship. Those guys are hungry, and they're keeping the energy up when they go into their video meetings, when they have, breakfast at the hotel. Those guys are hungry, and it's keeping this team's energy up. So there's not going to be, I don't expect any Laker hangover, because now LeBron's minutes are down. AD's minutes are down. They got this added depth to where they can kind of cruise through the season but still win a lot of games and turn it up once the playoffs come.
James averaging about 32 minutes per night, which is low for him.
Yes.
And the Lakers now with 5 in a row. All right, we're going to talk Mavs Bucks in just a minute. First, Neil with the highlights.
Bartender. How about an old Milwaukee? Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo hosting Dallas and Luka Doncic. There's your stars. Here comes your highlight. First quarter, Dallas down 7. Doncic splitting 2 defenders. Boy, he's so good. Nice move right there. Splits them with the hesitation. Milwaukee was up 7 after 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Antetokounmpo. Face full of Opa for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bucks up 10 there. Then Doncic to Wes Iwundu. In the corner three, Doncic had 10.7 assists in the first half. Antetokounmpo had 16 in the first half. Milwaukee up 7 at the break. Skip the third quarter, go to the fourth quarter. We got 4 minutes left to play. The Bucks are up 1. Antetokounmpo pulls up for the three. He was 2 of 5 from 3. He was 1 of 10 from the free throw line. Come on, man. Ensuing Mavs possession, Doncic averaging a triple-double over his last 6 games. He was a rebound shy of that in this one. Bank open there, and then James Johnson. He doesn't have to call me Johnson, and the Mavs take a 1-point lead. Bucks have, the Mavs have had the Bucks number, beat them 11 of the last 14 times. Chris Middleton stands watching the game and goes, the 2 biggest buckets in this game were Chris Middleton's threes. They better be in the highlight. They're in the highlight. Chris Middleton goes 4 of 9 from 3, has 25. Mavs call a timeout. All right, here we go. They've got 1 timeout left. Now, entering the final minute of play, Doncic 1 of 6 from 3, under 30 seconds to play. Mavs down 2. Trey Burke shoots the 3. Cauley-Stein, offensive rebound. He finds Porzingis. After Burks to Porzingis. Notice Doncic did not touch the ball, and afterwards said, hey, what about that timeout? Had the timeout, did not use it. Rick Carlisle says, hey, we'll handle that internally. You can see Doncic frustrated. Okay, we got under 2 seconds. One of the Lopez brothers at the free throw line. That's Brooke. Misses. Doncic. Off the board, no good. Antetokounmpo 31, Doncic 28 and 13. The Bucks 112-109.
We'll show him bodies. He wasn't able to get the easily 2-step back that he loves to do. We just made him pass the ball. It's hard. You got to be locked in for 48 minutes. But I think Drew, everybody behind Drew, did a great job, switching. And when he was going downhill, we were right there.
We played bad. I'm going to say that. I think we played bad. It wasn't our good game. But, we hang up there. We had a chance to go up in that situation. So I think we did some good things even on a bad night.
Great player, great sweatshirt. Entering Friday's game, the Bucks had outscored opponents by over 11 points per game and had played just 1 clutch time game. Their 3-point win over the Mavs is their first clutch time win of the season, becoming the last team in the league to win a game in clutch time this season. Clutch time is their new word.
All right, so they get the clutch time win. It's a close game, Paul. Mm-hmm. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is 1 for 10 from the free throw line. How much of a concern is that for you?
Well, that has to be a huge concern. And this was the concern last year about the Bucks and why people didn't pick them to go to the finals or win it last year, because down the stretch you have to wonder, could Giannis make free throws? Could he be that guy? And you see this year, this is their first clutch time win. And thanks to their defense down the stretch on Luka Doncic, and then Middleton coming up with some big threes, that was the biggest question. Who's going to be the closer for Milwaukee? Middleton showed that tonight, but we all know that the ball is going to be in their best player's hands, and can he deliver? And if you can't make free throws and you can't knock down shots, open shots or three-pointers, that's going to be a big concern come playoff time for your best player.
There he is, working it out. 72% for his career, but his numbers have been dropping at the free throw line over the last 5 years. He's still an MVP-type player, though. Luka Doncic picked by a lot of critics NBA analysts as the MVP frontrunner this season. You still going with that?
Well, he's well on his way, as you see the numbers tonight. Close to averaging a triple-double. If he can get a few more wins toward the end of the year to where you got the Dallas Mavericks sitting in the top 4 position, then yes, because the numbers are going to be there for him. But to the victor goes the spoils. And we all know if you don't win a lot of games, then you won't get that MVP trophy. It may end up in the hands of LeBron with the Lakers being in first place.
Yep. But we'll see. Doncic,